What's up everyone? Today we're talking about the Zhiyun, however you say it, Crane S2 or 2S. The awesome people over at the company decided to send this over to me to test out. They gave me the Pro kit. Thank you very much guys, really appreciate it. So today we're just going to do a general unboxing and features videos. I wanna show you everything there is to the Pro kit, the standard kit, and what kind of action-packed features this gimbal has. So let's just get into it. What is up everyone? My name is James and this is The Engineering Filmmaker, where we talk about photo, video, travel, and tech. If these are topics you're interested in, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. And we also have a forum if you want to join that, where you can ask questions, answer questions, and grow as a community. So get down to that description and go to those links. So let's just start off by saying I haven't used a Crane product or Zhiyun Crane product in quite a long time. I used the Crane 2 when it first came out, and then I ended up getting the DJI Ronin S. So it has been a decent amount of time since I've gotten this. Like I mentioned before, they did send this to me, and I'm gonna be able to test it out. We're gonna do a review video and a Ronin S2 versus the Crane 2S video, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. But in this video, we're basically just gonna do a general unboxing video and go over some of the features. It's mainly to kind of just help you understand if this is what you need and what you wanna buy. So first, as you can see here, we have the carrying case. This is a foam case. It's pretty thin, as you can see when I lift it up. Also on the front here, there's two different tabs. That's going to be your unlocking tabs to unlock the foam case. And then when you open it, you have everything you would get in the normal standard kit. So let's just dive right into it. The first thing you have is the gimbal itself. And from first glance, it feels really solid and nice construction. It honestly feels like the Ronin S1. It actually almost looks like it too. But all in all, good construction. I'm liking it so far. The next thing we have is the quick release plate, which everyone should know what that does. The next thing we have is the quick release base plate. This is what the actual quick release plate is going to go into. And we'll get into this in a little bit because this is very different and it's very, very useful. Next, we have a tripod. This feels like it's made completely of plastic. The next thing we're gonna look at is this riser plate. I think they call it a backing plate. You have your typical lens mount, which is, I believe, made of plastic. That's what it feels like. You have three 18650 batteries that comes in the box, as well as a triple charger, so you can charge them all at once. This is one of the nice features about this, is it has cheap replaceable batteries. And then lastly, we have our box that has miscellaneous tools, bolts, nuts, and your cables to connect your camera or to charge. So everything I just explained here is what would come with the standard kit, which starts at $599 US, which is a pretty good price point considering what you have already. You can also get the combo kit, which is an additional $50, and it'll come with a handle. I believe it goes to the bottom here, and it's a handle that you hold down here. My kit did not come with that. My Pro kit came with a handle that it allows you to do briefcase, and I'll show you that in a second. The Pro kit is an additional $250, and this will come with a bunch of really nice accessories that are very useful, and I'm gonna show you some of those. First, we have our follow focus motor. This is essentially going to hook up to your lens, and you can use it as a focus or a zoom. It's used for manual focus lenses or lenses that have very bad autofocus capabilities or cameras that have bad autofocus capabilities. This will allow you to pull focus with the little wheel on the side, which is really nice. Next is our trans-mount image transmission system. This is going to allow you to wirelessly transmit video, kind of like the Raven Eye system on the RS2. You can send it to, I believe, your phone or even a monitor. I saw Potato Jet on YouTube connect this to an actual monitor. So that's nice. I mean, a video transmission system in general is like $1,000, and this came with a kit that's only an extra $250. It probably doesn't work as well as a $1,000 one, but hey, you got one. Next is our arm here, and this arm allows you to wrap it around this part of the gimbal, and then you can use it as briefcase mode. So that's going to be a super nice handle that you can get. Second to last, we just have your typical phone mount here. This just connects to the side and then you put your phone in it. Pretty self-explanatory and simple to use. Last but not least, I saved this for last because it's my favorite. This is a dual camera mount. This allows you to mount a second camera on top of your main camera. This could be useful for doing comparison videos on cameras. You could do a behind the scenes camera, or just having multiple angles. Let's say at a wedding, you could have one 70 mil and one 16 mil. You'd have the best of both worlds. Now that may be a little bit heavy, but that's pretty dang cool if you ask me. We're not gonna open these up and get into these. That's going to be for the review video where I'm actually going to test out each individual accessory that comes with this, and we're gonna make a nice kitted out Crane 2S. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna keep saying that because I'm excited for this video. All right, now that you saw what comes in the kits and what kits are available, let's go over some of the features because this is where the good stuff starts. All right, so let's talk about the first thing, which is their flex mount system. That's where this base plate comes from. You may see that it looks a little weird, and that's because it has a very specific purpose. As you might notice, this gimbal may seem like it's missing something here. It doesn't have the arm for the base plate. So this will actually go inside the gimbal here, and that's how you would put on your regular base plate. Now here's the cool thing. So you can take this off very simply, and you can keep your camera balanced, and you don't have to worry about like writing down the numbers on the side or anything. And then there's 3 screw holes on the bottom of this, as you can see. And those 3 screw holes is so you can mount an actual tripod plate to it. So you would balance your gimbal and camera with an additional tripod plate on the bottom, so you can quickly put this on a tripod and then right back on your camera. So tripod to gimbal, tripod to gimbal, and you don't have to worry about balancing or unbalancing or anything like that. I've been at weddings a lot, and I've been working a lot, and I've wanted to take my gimbal off to either put it on a slider or something. Being able to just take this straight off, put it on my slider, get a few shots back on the gimbal, that would have been game changing. Instead, I had to take it off, balance it, or I'm gonna have to like plan out my day where I do all my slider stuff first and then my gimbal stuff, so I don't have to keep rebalancing. So this is really cool. All right, so here's cool factor number 2. So normally you have your camera on and you're doing horizontal normal mode. How would you like to just take your camera off and just straight up go right in to vertical mode? Boom, now my camera's in vertical mode and I'm good to go. Obviously you need to rebalance it after you put it in vertical mode, but it has a built-in vertical mounting plate that uses the same quick release plate as the bottom. So you just slide it off right on vertical, vice versa, and you're good. This is a cool feature. I've been really wanting to do some vertical content for TikTok or Instagram, but it's a pain in the butt to have to mount mine on my RS2 vertically, because you either have to buy a separate mount or you just have to do some weird stuff or just crop it in post. It's not very ideal. So really cool feature. A feature I actually saw in Potato Jet's video that they don't advertise on the website for this product, which I'm confused by because it's a really cool feature, is this arm that I'm holding right here. You can actually take this off with just 8 screws and you can shorten it so that this is down here. This is useful for cameras like mine that have a screen on the back, so that the motor itself doesn't get in the way, because as you can see here, the motor sits right in front of where the screen is. So you can actually take this arm off and put it back on. That's a really cool and beneficial thing. Depending on what camera and setup you're putting on there, you might be able to get different variations. This is a pretty standard thing nowadays, but it has a integrated focus wheel right here. You can use that for digital focus. You don't have to hook up any additional focus motors or anything if you hook your camera into it, if it's compatible. All right, one of the other nice things on here is on the back. We have a almost 1-inch screen where it'll show you which mode you're in. You can change modes, you can calibrate, auto-tune, whatever you may need to do from that little screen, which is always really, really nice to have. And obviously it also tells you your battery life. It's nice to have that screen to be able to do things so you don't have to pull out your phone and do everything on there. It takes more time, so it's just a convenient thing. Definitely big bonus. All of the motor axes do lock, as you can see here. It's super nice. This is a feature I don't think the Crane 2 had, as well as my Ronin S1, which was extremely frustrating because when you try to move from place to place, it's just flopping all over the place and it's really obnoxious. The batteries are removable, as you can see here. There's 3 18650 batteries, which are generally pretty cheap to buy if you need more. they would just go right in here, super easy to change out and replace. It's nice to have these instead of paying $100 per additional battery like on the DJI gimbals, but I see why they do that. The payload is not advertised specifically, and it does not say it on their website or in the tech specs, but I would imagine it's more than around 4 kilograms, give or take. So take that with a grain of salt because I'm not 100% sure. You have a few different modes than normal. You have your normal follow, pan follow, and your pan and tilt follow. However, this time we have a go mode. You have your FPV mode, kind of just tracks as if you were visually seeing it in person rather than a stable gimbal, kind of like an FPV drone or some sort. And vortex mode, which is where it spins in a circle while you're going straight. It's a really cool feature. And then it also has your really cool features like time lapse, motion lapse, and all that fun stuff to where you can use this as a really cool tool. And then lastly, they have just this whole ecosystem like I just showed you for the Crane 2S, which is very beneficial. So you can really kit this thing out and make it a beast. So for the price that it is, being starting at $600 and going up to $850, for the entire kit that I got for the Crane 2S, you could only get the standard kit and the RS2. So we'll get more into the pricing comparison as well as the actual comparison for the RS2 in a different video, so stay tuned for that. But that's really it, and I'm curious, just based on the features, is the Crane 2S something that you would buy? Or would you rather wait to see a comparison video? So I'm curious, let me know in the comment section down below. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you, Zhiyun. I cannot say it, I'm so sorry, but thank you for sending me this product. I'm absolutely grateful for it, and I'm super excited to test it out. But that's really it for today, guys. I hope I helped you. I hope this helped you pick the right product, but I'll see you on the next one.